I am a former teacher, just so you know. I spent 35 years in a classroom, and I became a teacher so I could specifically spend the rest of my summers in the gardens, because I've always gardened and been involved in agriculture my whole life. In the last 7 years, more formally, but in the last few years before I retired, I kind of started a garden club, and that's how I kind of got onto this. I never intended to do what I'm doing. I never even imagined myself doing this, right? I just thought I was gonna, I wanted to breed roses. That's what I thought I was gonna do in my retirement, because I just love roses, right? I thought, okay, I'm gonna be a rose. That's really a cool flower, right? And that's, I was always gonna have my garden, but that's what's gonna be my focus. So as I got ready to retire, and I was being approached more and more often by young people. And a lot of those young people, like in the 25 to 35 age group, they weren't your run-of-the-mill kids. They were from the community. A lot of them were highly educated, very well educated. Like, they weren't, lazy kids or anything like that. But they're on that cusp of looking at their future of becoming parents and getting involved with a partner. And so that's where they were at. They were coming to me and they're saying, well, how do you do it? And they started asking me questions. And I said, well, I remember one girl just saying, she says, I'd like to grow pumpkins for my kids. And I remember saying to her, well, get your ma to help. She don't know nothing. And I said, but she's from such and such a family. And I thought, okay, she would know, right? She said, no. She said, she don't know nothing about garden. So right away it hit in my mind that we, in my community on Six Nations, we are in what I call an agricultural crisis, right? Because when a kid can't turn around and say to mom or to Dada, how do I do this? And if Dada and mom can't answer, we've lost that, we've cut ourselves off from that knowledge. So that puts us in a crisis, and that's where we are right now. We're at that cusp of that crisis if we don't figure out a way to make sure that that knowledge is being transferred.